60-pound strap. Guerrero ended up being decked 4 times before being stopped in the 7th. He cited the fact that his trainer at the time, Virgil Hunter, not being in his corner due to other commitments, was one of the reasons for his poor performance. However, in his first bout with new trainer Nacho Salcedo last November, he was dropped by Ray Gatica in the first round and staggered in the 8th and 10th frames, yet he escaped with a contentious, unanimous decision. He is fully cognizant of the fact that he needs to impress here tonight if he hopes to continue to receive this kind of national exposure.
Yeah, Guerrero has had a career as a brilliant amateur and winning as a pro. Of course, one of the fighters on our Showbox series who was dramatically successful. A career that, as we talked about at the fighter meetings, looked touched like greatness. It looked like it was just going to sail through. It did. He hit some reefs along the way, and he said he's had to adjust to it, but he thinks he has.
His opponent, popular Montreal slugger David Lemieux, no stranger to the Bell Center. He's rung more than a few bells in what has for the most part been hospitable surroundings, with all 11 of his victories in this building brought to you by the letters KO. However, it has also played host to his 2 losses against his most accomplished opponents, Marco Antonio Rubio, who knocked Lemieux down for the only time in his career, and former 154-pound titleist and first Haitian champ Joe Alcine. Tonight, he looks to extend his 6-fight win streak and move one step closer to a potential shot at an alphabet belt. Here's the numbers for this matchup.
Well, you wouldn't think you'd look at the ages of these fighters, but we need to, because even though they're so young, 25 and 27, they both acknowledge this is literally a crossroads fight. They very badly need to win to stay in the category of contender. And
here, once again, with the official introductions, the man on the microphone, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Bell Center here in Montreal, we present our next special attraction brought to you by Groupe Yvonne Michel and Showtime. This bout is sanctioned by the NABF, the president, and supervisor in attendance, Dwayne Ford. Introducing to you our judges scoring the bout from ringside, les juges pour ce combat. From Canada, Nicolas Hainaut. From New Mexico in the United States, Esther Lopez. And from Canada, Pascual Procopio. And our referee in charge of the bout, he'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Michael Griffin. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant NABO Middleweight Championship. Introducing to you first on my left, he is fighting out of the blue corner. Dans la coin blue, wearing red, white, and blue trunks, fighting out of Los Angeles, California by way of Ygay in the Dominican Republic. He weighed in at already 159 pounds. His record stands at 26 wins, 2 losses, with 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing the former world title challenger, veuillez accueillir Fernando Guerrero. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corner, dans le coin rouge, wearing black trunks with gold trim, hailing from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He weighed in at 159 and 1/2 pounds. His hard-hitting record stands at 31 wins, 2 losses, 29 big wins coming by. The IBF number 8 middleweight in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the popular and hard-hitting contender, David Lemieux. Once again, our referee in charge. Now to give instruction, Michael Griffin.
You men receive my instructions. Obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. I want you to touch gloves now.
Referee for this scheduled 12-rounder is Michael Griffin. Fernando Guerrero told us he wanted to be the first Dominican middleweight champion. Mr. Boxopedia, Steve Farr, had said, hey, not so fast. Your man, Julio Cesar Green, beat you to it when he defeated William Joppy. Meanwhile, David Lemieux holds a Canadian record for consecutive knockouts with 20, including the only recognizable southpaw he's faced in Hector Camacho Jr. The bell and round 1.
Going to be some fireworks here. Both guys have known to have pretty heavy hands, not great chins, and tend to get hit with punches they shouldn't get hit with. So, you know, you could see some fireworks in this kind of fight.
That would be a recipe for it. Lemieux has a fantastic left hook that he will want to unfurl against Guerrero, and Guerrero's right hook is a very good punch.
Lemieux going down for the only time in his career against Rubio, while Fernando Guerrero has been down a total of 10 times already, including in his last fight, controversial decision win in what was supposed to be a bounce-back bout against Gatica. But somehow Guerrero able to sway the judges and giving him the decision.
Come out really busy with the jab, did Guerrero. You don't usually see that from a southpaw, but he's...
In that fight against Rubio, his first loss, Lemieux's trainer at the time, Russ Amber, throwing in the towel in the 7th round, feeling that Lemieux had had enough. Shortly thereafter, they parted ways due to philosophical differences, and now he is being trained by Mark Ramsey, who also trains as Jean Pascal.
So Lemieux doing a little bit of what Charlie Alto did last fight. He's got to punch his way in. A lot of it seems he's trying to cut distance behind nothing. And Guerrero's not just going to let him in if he doesn't work his way in behind some punches.
Losing it right now. Over Lemieux, right hand is not his main punch of choice when it comes to power, but he has a decent one.
Under a minute remaining in out. High guard employed by Lemieux. Guerrero utilizing footwork along the ropes. Fans here in Montreal thought that should have been a knockdown. Now Lemieux attacking the body, going upstairs with a land.
It seemed he did touch Guerrero with a left hook on that clinch. Let's see if...
Oh, straight right hand through the guard, a left through the guard, and now Lemieux.
Lemieux was just looking for his moment to pounce.
Lemieux has recorded 11 first-round KOs, and Guerrero is down again.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? Pick up your hand.
That's the end of round one, and when they say again, it's something Guerrero has seen time and again in his career. Al, he's been down a total of 11 times, and goes down here in round one.
Fight. We'll see what was officially called a knockdown. There may have been 2 of them, actually. There's a left hook, and he would hit the canvas after...
Beautiful left hook, very short. You see how short he threw that left hook.
Yeah, he threw it very, very effectively. And another look will show, as Paulie pointed out, how packed that punch was. And he is a great left hook artist. This is what he does, and Guerrero was in big trouble. One more look will show you how David Lemieux was able to get that hook in. It's a very short punch. And
it was a great counter because he had full commitment from Guerrero. Guerrero was looking to throw a 1-2. Lemieux got under the straight left hand while throwing his own left hook over the top of the jab.
Round 2, and Guerrero comes up firing.
So he had Guerrero's full cooperation in stepping in and walking into the counter.
So a frenetic start to this 160-pound affair. Lemieux walks into that left hand from Guerrero.
Guerrero was actually controlling round 1 to a degree with his jab, and Lemieux had landed virtually nothing until he got that big hook in.
Lemieux working the body, going upstairs, solid left hook, and Guerrero gets out of the way, but still along the ropes.
David Lemieux is a very exciting fighter to watch. He is, he's got a hell-bent for leather style that is just fun to look at, and sometimes it gets him in trouble defensively, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah, because a lot of times he's looking to throw a lot of power without setting it up, but he keeps his punches short when he does get them off. But he goes 0 to 60 so fast. I mean, he goes from doing nothing to just unleashing a flurry of power shots, and that's what makes him exciting.
Lemieux walking down Guerrero. Minute 45 left in the round. The crowd beginning to rally behind one of their own.
Fernando Guerrero trying to find something that he can do to counter that can keep Lemieux off him.
Lemieux's 14th appearance here at the Bell Center, off to a very promising start. Lemieux walking down Guerrero. Minute 45 left in the round. The crowd beginning to rally behind one of their own.
Fernando Guerrero trying to find something that he can do to counter that can keep Lemieux off him.
Lemieux's 14th appearance here at the Bell Center, off to a very promising start against Fernando Guerrero.
Guerrero fought against Peter Quillen for the most part on the outside. He's doing it again tonight. This is not the place he wants to be. He wants to be on the inside. That hook hurt him.
And again,
another left hook in the guard, now attacking the body, the right hand, another left, and it's all David Lemieux here in round 2. Attacking the body like it's filled with candy, and Guerrero standing up and eats another left hook.
Guerrero cut now. I think he's cut over his right eye.
Guerrero absorbing all kinds of punishment now, bleeding from the right eye, and that's ruled a slip. Bleeding profusely from the right eye. Absorbing all kinds of punishment now, bleeding from the right eye, and that's ruled a slip. Bleeding.
Find something that he can do to counter that can keep Lemieux off him.
Lemieux's 14th appearance here at the Bell Center, off to a very promising start against Fernando.
Guerrero fought against Peter Quillen for the most part on. He's doing it again tonight. This is not the place he wants to be. He wants to be on the inside. That hook hurt him.
And again,
Another left hook in the guard now, attacking the body, the right hand, another left, and it's all David Lemieux here in round 2. Attacking the body like it's filled with candy, and Guerrero standing up and eats another left hook.
Guerrero cut now. I think he's cut over his right eye.
Guerrero absorbing all kinds of punishment now, bleeding from the right eye, and that's ruled a slip. Boom. Bleeding profusely from the right eye. With under 30 seconds left in the second.
Lemieux smells blood here.
He's a mercenary, but then gets stopped in his tracks with that short straight left by Guerrero. 10 seconds left in another action-packed round. Guerrero takes a knee.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep your hands up.
Guerrero down for the second time in the fight. Late in the round.
Cabeza, agarra aire, mijo. Agárrate. Súbame las manos, mijo. Súbame las manos, no se me queden las cuerdas. Sí, no se me queden las cuerdas, ¿ok? Mueve piernas, mueve tu cintura. Tírale golpes, mijo.
Early in the round, Guerrero got hurt with that. Lemieux, there may have been a left hook in there before that, and he was in trouble against the ropes. And Lemieux continuing the assault, using those wicked left hooks, among other things. And then Guerrero would hit the canvas here. He'd already had, his eye is cut, and Lemieux cranking up those uppercuts and hooks, and when he's on the ropes.
And again, the same thing. There's the aggression of David Lemieux. And when he smells the blood, he's going in. Late in the round, he was able to score the second knockdown to fight from.
2 rounds in the books, 2 knockdowns for David Lemieux, coming off a 7th round TKO win against Jose Torres in his last fight last November. Torres was knocked down an incredible 7 times in that fight.
There's something Lemieux was doing. Every time Guerrero was looking to throw that 1-2, Lemieux was almost seeing a hitch in it and slipping the jab and throwing the left hook, sort of how we heard him in the first round. Guerrero's got to do a better job of disguising that 1-2 when he throws it. Lemieux gets underneath the jab and throws his left hook.
Straight right through the guard, backs up Guerrero.
Guerrero's brother Alex is an undefeated cruiserweight. Boxing's a part of their DNA, but right now he is having a big issue in what is an important fight for him.
Yeah, he's having his DNA rearranged by some of these shots, courtesy of David Lemieux. Stiff jab by Lemieux.
There's an old school feel about David Lemieux. Old school shorts. Yep, old school types, killer instinct and style.
Left hook behind the guard by Lemieux. Guerrero slips out of harm's way, resets momentarily, then backs up and takes a knee. Can't see out of that eye.
That's a knockdown. That's a knockdown.
And it's rolled a knockdown.
I got to give you a count. That's a knockdown. 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 Are you ready to continue?
Guerrero very concerned.
That's a knockdown, Box.
So 3 rounds, 3 knockdowns, and immediately Lemieux goes on the attack again, loading up with the right and the left, attacking the body ferociously, going upstairs. Guerrero comes back with one right hand and another, but he is eating all kinds of heavy artillery, but tags Lemieux with a left hook.
Guerrero's got the right idea there. He's got to try to punch inside of it. He's got to stay inside.
Right uppercut, down goes Guerrero.
4, 5, 6, 7. Good stop. Very good stop.
In scintillating fashion, David Lemieux records his 30th knockout. Berman Stivern, a guy who knows the knockout when he sees it, the new heavyweight champ.
A dynamic style about him, an incredible sense of killer instinct, and doesn't sugarcoat it. He really goes from 0 to 60, like I said, in such a dramatic fashion and throwing all power shots. You see him embracing here.
And both these fighters understood at the meetings how important it was to each one, and a special moment there as they embraced. Guerrero would go down a couple of times, and this is where the first knockdown happened. When Lemieux has you on the ropes, he just sometimes he squares himself up and can be hit, but his attack is so relentless that you just can't. You can't keep him off you. And there is Guerrero taking a knee. And this is where Michael Griffin would call that a knockdown because of the punches that had been landed, even though and he had to call it that because he took a knee. Now, the Stop from Lemieux. Yes, he's known as a left hook artist for the most part, but he's got some power in the right hand, both in his straight right and that uppercut. We'll take another look at it. So he's not a one-dimensional attacker. See, he gives you the hook, but he's looking for anything that will land, and there's the beautiful uppercut on. Fun to watch a 25-year-old who knows how to get the job done and knows how to finish. And he
picks up his 12th victory here at the Bell Center, all via form of a knockout. And I know Peter Quillen may be defending his title against Daniel Jacob. Lemieux and Quillen, if they ever met, let's take a look at the show stats, Al.
That would be a battle of the left hooks. You look at the numbers, and clearly punches they landed were extraordinary, and many of those left hooks to both the body and the head.
Let us show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 56 seconds and round. Michael Griffin reaches the count of 10. He is the winner by way of knockout. Lemieux.